than a warm cup of chili. And over at the Signature Room restaurant, the executive chef has a special recipe for Chicago chili that is guaranteed to warm your bones. It's called the Wind Chill Chaser Chili. Darren with Chef Michael right now.
I love that name. And here with me is Chef Michael Pivoney from the Signature Room. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, is this a recipe that was passed down to you, or you created this on your own?
Actually, I tweaked this one. We've been doing this for about 5 years now at the Signature Room. In January, of course, to warm everybody up.
Okay, so I read through this recipe. You've got everything in this chili. So, listen, we're going to give you a copy of it a little bit later, but in the meantime, watch how Michael puts it together. Now, what are we starting with?
We're going to start with the ground beef and pork. What I've done is browned it and removed all the excess fat.
And that's ground beef and ground pork?
Correct.
Where do I find ground pork? I'm sorry to say I've never purchased it.
The local grocer.
Also, they sell it like that?
Sure.
David, don't laugh.
You could also do this with turkey if you'd like.
Okay, so we can do turkey as a substitute. So you got your ground beef, your ground pork.
I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil. And if you want to throw the onions in there.
Now, these are pretty big onion chunks there, Michael.
They're going to get nice and tender as we simmer this.
Smells good.
So you hear that saute? You want to throw some garlic. I have some
little garlic in there, minced garlic. Now, do you like garlic in the jar, like that's already crushed? What's wrong with that? They sell it in the store. What's wrong with that?
It's just been sitting around too long. You're going to make a nice dish. You want to start with fresh ingredients.
Okay.
So the fresher the ingredient, the better.
But if I'm in a hurry, you don't mind me using that in the jar?
I'm not going to.
Okay. All right, fine.
It doesn't take very long.
All right.
Now what makes this special is these habanero peppers I have over here.
Now, tell us, these peppers, Michael, they're hotter than anything ever made.
Holy cow.
Give us a comparison so people will know how.
These are rated in the Guinness World Book as the hottest pepper in the world. It is 20 times hotter than a jalapeno. 20
times hotter than a jalapeno. And they're readily available to find in stores?
Yeah, you can find it in a local market.
I threatened to bite into one of these, and Michael's like, please don't do that. That's not funny. Okay, so you got our habaneros, also called Scotch bonnets, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And now else got?
Oh, we put the tomatoes in.
Now, these are stewed tomatoes?
These are, I use the canned tomatoes.
These are just
they're already seeded and the skin is peeled away.
Okay.
Go ahead, put it all in there.
So these are just canned tomatoes that have been seeded and peeled.
Diced up.
Okay.
Now we can start putting in the different seasonings. Yeah.
Now what is this?
There, that's cumin. You can use a tablespoon of cumin.
Now what is cumin? Is it going to give it what kind of flavor? Spicy or?
No, it's more of a savory herb flavor.
Okay.
Then you have their curry, which is a blend of spices.
So cumin, curry, and then we got, what's this, crushed peppers?
Yes, a little crushed red chilies.
Crushed red chilies.
Helps balance out.
Told you it's everything in this one. Now what else do you want me to put in?
Put in the black beans.
Okay. Just pour the black beans in there. We're not cooking them in
They're already cooked.
They're soaked, or are they canned cooked?
They're already cooked. I use dry beans and cook them ahead of time.
You cook
You can use out of the can too.
Okay, you don't mind that. So you don't want me to use my garlic out of the jar, but I can use my beans out of the can. That's real nice. Okay. Okay, then we got chopped onions.
That's lemongrass, actually.
Let me see that.
A little special spice.
So this is special, lemongrass. Okay, and I don't mean to be repetitive, but I can find lemongrass anywhere?
Sure.
It smells really, it smells good.
It's right there. This is your stalk of lemongrass.
This is stalk of lemongrass. Get that and chop that up. What does that do for a recipe?
And that gives a little citrus flavor.
Okay.
Go ahead, and then I have some fresh herbs. That's basil, mint, and cilantro.
Okay, all right. Basil, cilantro, I like cilantro. Okay. There you go. This is more cooking than I've done all year. All right.
And you're going to let this simmer.
Okay.
All the juice will come out of the tomatoes and help simmer. And what I have over here is the finished product. You're going to let this go for about an hour.
That's the finished product? This turns into that?
Yes.
Without any water or anything added to it?
Correct. You can add a little more tomato juice to this.
Okay. And this is our final recipe. I'm ready to try. Now, if you'd like Michael's fantastic recipe, you can get a copy of the Wind Chill Chaser Chili recipe. Just go to our website at foxchicago.com. Now, I guess this is too nice to pair it with some saltine crackers. I don't need that, right? I just, I didn't know. I've got to lose my panache here with chili. Okay. Very good. It's very good. That's my breakfast, David. Yes, Mama, we got chili.
Very nice, very nice. All right, meanwhile, the cost of fuel continues to rise, which means higher prices at the pump. Up next, our money man, John Najarian, is going to tell us which are the most fuel-efficient